channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her, you got a better flow. She can hang it up just like a telephone. Cost 10K to let it come see it. Hands at me, I make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the new in the machine out. Jewelry be called like a temperature zero. I'm the hardest, they call me the hero. Heavy, then they know what I be on. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it.
We are the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New Orleans Saints and the Cleveland Browns. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
From the shores of Lake Erie, EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the Cleveland Browns. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily... to the side.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Running left on the handoff is Kamara. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double it.
A dive, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Oladokun. And this is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 25 yards that time.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Kamara is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there.
His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at their own 26. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents. Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
1st and 10, here's Oladokun.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big play.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. This defense for the Saints, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 25 yards. And the Browns are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Throwing on 1st down with Oladokun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. Takes it to about the 37.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Kamara. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's Oladokun on 1st down. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after 1.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
From just shy of midfield, Oladokun. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40.
Oladokun on 1st and 10.
Looking deep downfield.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Oladokun. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Browns drive about to get started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Saints. 20. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Now a first down throw, Watson. He's got a man, complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A big play that time for Cleveland. 49 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On first down, it's Watson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
The Browns at 3-11 now on the year. But whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers of 6 straight.
Well, you know what they often say, winning breeds winning, but unfortunately, the flip side of that can be true as well, because this is a club in desperate need of a spark out of somewhere. A big play on offense, turnover, takeaway on defense. Something to get them pointed in the right direction. They need it quickly.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Running for it, here's Chubb. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's Watson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's James. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Back to throw, Watson. Flush to his right. And it's caught. Touchdown! A.J. Green. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by York is up and good.
And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact to complete it.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Oladokun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave.
His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Saints have moved out in front. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10.
Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. Finding room at midfield. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Watson on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Green.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Watson. And he goes right back to Green. He's got it complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
On 1st down, Watson.
No, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Rolling to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Watson looks to throw again.
Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A shotgun snap for Watson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
York able to send this one through.
And that'll bring them back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
This fielded right at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
96 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
Really nice effort and an even nicer stop from Marcus May there.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Watson on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball, let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Now a throw here to his running back. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Oladokun looking to pass it.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave.
His second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
This taken in at the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
The Browns drive about to get started.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
But he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First target, first catch, and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A give running right is Chubb. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because
it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Kamara. 59 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Throwing it this time with Oladokun. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far as a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now he's going to let it go deep back over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. On the return is Cohen. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Throwing again is Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3. Again, it's Watson. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Steps away to his left. And the reception made by Green. And he's going to pick up the Browns' 1st down as the defense nowhere to be found there. A gain of 20 on 4th down. Now Chubb running right, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here, 2nd and 13. Watson's throw into the hands of Peoples-Jones. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. And one of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts as well as opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about this strategy.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. 129 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. They'll run it with Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
The kick by Lutz is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Browns drive about to get started.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And that one incomplete as it stops the clock, reading 18 seconds to go.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watson to throw.
He's going to let it fly. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
To throw, Watson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
So this one a victory here for New Orleans.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why. Those 3 turnovers